لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك.
لبيك اللهم لبيك لبيك لا شريك لك لبيك إن الحمد والنعمة لك والملك لا شريك لك لبيك.
You're in the city of the house of Allah. You're in the city of the most beloved to Allah. Any doubt that you have, all of those fears and worries, I promise you they'll melt away.
I just feel really blessed and honored to be in the company of these families that are so strong. The idea of just relieving these families and providing support so they can pray in the most blessed places on earth, knowing that their children are in the hands of volunteers that understand their needs. That's what Muhsen Umrah has been all about.
There was a time where my father was talking to me in Medina. He said that every day I'm constantly being reminded that I'm deaf because he's living in complete silence. The time that he forgot about himself being deaf, subhanAllah, was when he was in Medina and I pointed to him that this is where the Prophet Muhammad was. Or when my mother saw the Prophet and they both felt that experience that they forgot at a moment that they were deaf, that they were here solely for that. And certainly bad that we do during our trip, explaining the historical sites, explaining what went down, and these are things that this is new to them. But this is something that Muhsen, alhamdulillah, provided, and they provided through me, and I know this could be an essential for other deaf Muslims that want to be able to experience, and go to Umrah.
I came on this trip thinking I was coming on an Umrah for Abdullah. Do everything I can to make the trip maqboolah for Abdullah. I didn't realize how much just a little bit of help meant so much from the volunteers, that the Umrah was not just for Abdullah, but I was able to do Umrah and focus and really connect in a way that I didn't think I would be able to, but I didn't have to worry about Abdullah. The experience of doing Umrah and having Abdullah next to me versus doing an Umrah for Abdullah. It's a subtle difference, but that's what was the big thing for me.
The biggest concern for us was Iman has seizures, right? But our volunteer, her name is Saima, she not only provided support for Iman, but she provided emotional and physical support to my wife. She would take him and we would have, free time to go to the mosque as we please and just enjoy the salah. And she would just take him for that time, and we would just get that chance to be inside the mosque and just worship and do ibadah and thank Allah. And Iman, his medication is highly dependent upon his sleep cycle, so we had to constantly readjust that schedule, and she was super flexible in allowing that to happen. We really couldn't have done this without her and the rest of the volunteers.
For a lot of our families, something like Umrah just seems very unattainable. The idea that schedules are going to be altered and medication routines will have to be changed, overstimulation in really large crowds. Those are things that, our families have to think about before they make a trip like this that we don't really have to consider. To be able to walk in the shoes in a very small way of some of these families like we have on this Muhsen Umrah trip, it's been really amazing and beneficial for us. Personally, I've learned just how patient and resilient and graceful our families and the children with special needs on this trip really truly are. It makes this effort that Muhsen is doing all that more important.
This whole experience on this trip has displayed the true meaning of khidmah, of service, that our Prophet ﷺ has taught us that we should do to our brothers and sisters in our ummah. The relationship that the volunteers have with the children, with the parents, with the other families that they weren't really assigned to. But it seems like we were all one big family, and alhamdulillah, that's the most thing that I loved about.
SubhanAllah, it was so beautiful to see the volunteers, all their hearts are open to all these special beings in a way that is hard to explain. They're not just doing it for Umrah trip. They're more concerned about being here for those people, and as a result, the rewards will be expanded beyond them doing an Umrah.
When it comes to these people, man, these special people, the decision's not up to them, the decision's up to Allah. If Allah allows it to happen, it happens. So by them coming, it truly shows that He wants these guests, these special guests, to come and visit Him in His house to worship Him alone.
We have so many types of families on this trip. Their children vary in terms of ability level, age, medical sorts of needs. And we planned and we were able to do it, alhamdulillah, by the blessing and grace of Allah. It happened. And a lot of these families are saying, that was a lot easier than I thought. Of course, it's challenging to travel, but at the end of the day, it happened. It was smooth. There was a lot of intentional planning involved, and it worked out. So if you have children with disabilities and you've thought about Umrah, but you've always felt that it's so unattainable, it's not. It could happen, and we're here to help you. And Muhsen Umrah is committed to doing this, inshallah, again and again, and we want you to join us.
If you have any doubts, if you have any fear as a parent, and believe me, we had them, put them aside. This is a trip of a lifetime, subhanAllah. You will never regret it, and it's the most beautiful thing we've ever done.
This is just the beginning. Inshallah, this can be forever and ever, and may Allah continue to bless Muhsen. To the future people who are considering Muhsen, definitely don't even hesitate, go right ahead.
Special needs children and their families, you should know that you are part of something greater. You are part of this ummah, the houses of Allah and the city of His most beloved. These are your places to come. You belong here, and you deserve to be part of the ummah and what Muhsen can offer.
لك والملك لا شريك لك